A statement I see getting thrown around often is that TikTok is ruining music. Is this a hyperbolic statement or is there some truth to it? TikTok is a social media app released in 2016. Holy shit, it's been 7 years already? That can't be right. It was originally an app known as Musical.ly. What makes TikTok different from its long list of competition is that it's purely focused on short-form video content, with the meta video length being as short as 11 seconds. It saw a major increase in relevance during the pandemic in early 2020, currently boasting an impressive 1 billion monthly users, a number that far surpasses quite a few social media platforms, with it only being beat out by WeChat. I can't be the only person that's never heard of WeChat, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, and Facebook. Since TikTok's inception, it's been quite common for musicians, producers, and even record labels to preview or promote new music on the app before or after its release. They will even go as far as paying other large influencers to use the songs in their content in the hopes of it gaining traction and going viral. Some ways that music is promoted on TikTok include content based off of trends while using the music in said content, and what people are hoping for is that they will have their music checked out on music streaming websites off-platform, such as Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, etc. If you're wondering why they wouldn't just try to keep them on the platform, it's because you make virtually no money with a monetized account on TikTok or any sort of short video platform. And this is true for any other sort of short video content. This is due to the fact that it's nearly impossible to run effective ads on short video content, which is how money is generally made on social media platforms. Even when ads are being run on TikTok, people generally skip them immediately. To make a living off of TikTok alone, you would need a ridiculous amount of views. And I mean a ridiculous. The fact that TikTok has such a large user base, coupled with a very high engagement rate, it's no wonder that labels influence their artists to use this app religiously. Record labels see this as an opportunity for their artists to get lots of exposure. They also don't have to invest very much, if any money, and best of all, they don't have to do any of the work themselves. The most important thing in the music industry is attention, and if you have attention, people hear your music, which leads them to possibly streaming it regularly, going to shows, buying merch, etc. To truly understand TikTok and the potential problem with it, we need to break down the difference between the old model and new model of music consumption. The old model of music consumption would go something like this. Artists and bands had to get their music on the radio and or do small shows to get their name and sound out to the masses. They depended a lot more on word of mouth. They could choose to sign to a label or stay independent. The label could use their connections, extra manpower, and capital to help them do more promotion and get more shows. Certain genres also had less of a chance of being successful in this method due to their obscurity. The only problem being that a label would take the lion's share of the profits generally. While if they decide to stay independent, they would have to do all the grunt work themselves. They would have to fund everything out of pocket, most likely selling less but getting to keep a much larger share of their profits. The new model of music consumption is more dynamic. There's a variety of paths to take to success due to the advent of the internet and social media. You can still go down the old path if you choose to. People may tell you that it's dead, but radio still exists. According to Statista, the radio still reaches 82.5% of adults. I would definitely take that number with a grain of salt though, because it personally doesn't sound very believable to me, but I'm not the one doing statistics here. I don't think anyone can argue against the fact that shows are still very popular even after the pandemic. Now, you can also use social media marketing ranging from Instagram, YouTube, and even TikTok. Online music platforms such as Spotify and Apple Music let you upload your music for a relatively low cost using distributors such as DistroKid, TuneCore, CD Baby, etc. DistroKid only costs $20 a year to distribute your music to nearly every music platform, with no limits on how often you can upload. Yeah, surprise guys, this was just a really convoluted DistroKid ad. And obviously you make money per stream. The amount depends on which platform it's being streamed on, where it's being streamed from, etc. It's actually fairly more complicated than that, but that explanation should be good for now. On many of these platforms, you can pitch your music to relative user-created or official platform playlists. While it is true that quite a few user-generated playlists will try to charge you money, there are quite a few that don't and are just looking to place great music relative to their genre. Spotify and Apple, and probably some of the other platforms as well too, have proprietary playlists that you can pitch your music to. If you make good music and also get lucky, you may get in a few of these editorial playlists, which can be lucrative for your career. One thing I will say is it is easier for people to get in touch with their target audiences. If you were in an obscure jazz, folk, noisecore band in the old model, it would be nearly impossible to find the right opportunities. Now you can connect with a handful of people that enjoy your music, whether it's through social media marketing or through playlisting. There's quite a few artists and producers that have a ridiculous amount of Spotify monthly listeners and have never done a show in their life. This isn't to discredit them, it just proves that music success has changed drastically. It's definitely debatable if the new model of music consumption is better or worse for independent artists. We used to make more per listener, But with the new model, it's easier to get heard and spread to a wider audience, while making less due to the fact that people can just stream your music and they do not have to purchase it. It is true that people still can purchase it, but many often don't. And many artists often urge their fans to do so, whether it's through Bandcamp or physical copies. A question I regularly see being thrown around is, when an artist has to spend so much time doing everything for their own career, how can they focus on the music? This is definitely true when an artist has to make their own beats, record their own vocals, mix and master their own music, promote it, etc., while simultaneously maintaining a social media presence by consistently uploading content. It can be tough to have a lot of time or energy to focus on the music as much as you probably should. This is why you often see social media niches where people will focus on just providing tutorials, such as Busyworks Beats, or music marketing content such as Adam Ivy. It's easier to just do that instead of also outputting a large amount of music as well. While it is true that having to wear all these hats could wear an artist down, there were still a lot of hats that had to be worn before that. It's just that it was more likely you would have to outsource them to other people. For example here, it required more equipment in order to do mixing and mastering. It also wasn't as easy to learn about without online resources. And I'm sure the mixing and mastering prices were higher relative to the time period. In the new model, you would have to post content regardless of whether or not TikTok existed. I think the problem people have with TikTok is the feedback loop it's created with music. Not only does music influence TikTok, but TikTok also influences music. Now, all social media influences music, whether it's something as small as Drake mentioning the word DMs in a song, or Blade rap singing, whatever he does, about posting. But none of the other social medias have had the effect that TikTok has. TikTok has a lot of power to influence other platforms. A Barlito song named Times We Had trended on TikTok as a joke. A few weeks after blowing up on TikTok, it ended up getting on Spotify's US Viral Top 50 chart. Doja Cat's Say So stayed on the charts longer than many people thought it deserved due to the viral dance that accompanied it. It also gave us the Island Boys, which was, that was terrible. Maybe not everyone will remember this, but back in late 2021, two boys went viral for a poorly sung a cappella song that they wrote. People just thought it was catchy, but terrible at the same time. It also had a lot of meme potential due to their appearances. I remember people saying they look like germs, or that Florida isn't a real place. These two kids had literally no music experience, yet they were propped up and given several massive platforms after this. By the time the actual song was released, the meme was dead, and it was so much worse than the acapella TikTok that originally propelled them, making many question why they were even propped up to begin with. When there's so much to be gained from doing something outrageous, it may have you wondering if musicians are altering their music to blow up on the platform. One of the many recent trends on TikTok is sped up versions of songs. This has led to quite a few different artists uploading sped up versions of their music on other platforms to get more streams on their music from people who heard it that way on the app and want to listen to it like that in other places. TikTok can even give people misleading ideas about what a specific song sounds like by only showing them an isolated segment of the song. This can even lead to people focusing on extremely short, catchy bits of a song or something that could be memed on TikTok or used as a trend on TikTok when the actual song is nowhere near as good. Labels are forcing their artists to promote their music through TikTok, but this would be the case for any social media regardless. If TikTok wasn't the new thing on the block, then they would be forcing you to make YouTube videos or social media posts, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. There's no winning when a label has a stake in your success and knows the most efficient way to get there. I'll be honest though, I wish I had this problem because it means people probably believe more in me and my music. It's not all positive though. Halsey shared her experience on the subject. Basically, I have a song that I love and want to release ASAP, but my record label won't let me. I've been in this industry for 8 years and I've sold over 165 million records. And my record company is saying that I can't release it until they can fake a viral moment on TikTok. Everything is marketing and they're doing this to basically every artist these days. I just want to release music, man, and I deserve better. I'm tired. I'm tired too. Coincidentally, this TikTok she uploaded got them their viral moment. For all we know, it could have also been the fake viral moment they were hoping for. Dua Lipa released a song with DaBaby named Levitating in 2020. In the music video, there were a ton of TikTok trends all infused into it. The lyrics referred to one of the first viral dances on TikTok, and not only do they reference the app in the song, but the TikTok logo is in the elevator as well too. Funk is a genre characterized by trap beats generally featuring 1990s Memphis rap vocals chopped onto it. Originally taking off on SoundCloud, it often features elements of jazz and funk. There are a variety of different variations on funk though, including more wave-inspired funk, future funk, etc. One of the subgenres is named drift funk, which generally only features cowbells as the melodic element. It can often have house-influenced drums instead of trap drums as well too. It was named drift funk because of its popularity in car drifting compilations. It just matches with it well. I mean, I get it. Anyway, this particular subgenre became extremely popular on TikTok in the past few years, to the point that people think that's how all funk is supposed to sound. It's gotten so bad that even Spotify has made their official funk playlist with millions of followers only feature drift funk. There are videos that dive into this issue a bit more. My favorite is Yokai's Spotify's Killing Funk. While Spotify has had a huge hand in it, the misinformation clearly began on TikTok. So TikTok has already done irreparable damage to one genre, and I'm sure there are others as well too. The lengths of song have gotten shorter and shorter due to streaming services for years now, for numerous reasons, but the main one being that you get paid the same per stream, regardless of how short or how long the song is. So you're better off making a shorter 2-minute song instead of a 4-minute song. If it's a good song, they may play it twice in the same amount of time, which earns you twice the amount of money in the same time span. Longer intros and outros have also been phased out over recent years as well, and if I had to guess, it's due to people's shortening attention spans. Now, since TikTok is a short-form video content app, it is also shortening people's attention spans even further, and you can probably see where I'm going with this already. Shorter means shorter and shorter songs. The statement that TikTok is ruining music isn't so hyperbolic. While it is a slight exaggeration, it is true that it has a dangerous influence on music. It's influencing people's perceptions on certain genres, it's changing the way music goes viral, it's changing which music goes viral, so the answer is simple: we must kill the TikTok. Nah, I'm just kidding. There's no clear solution to this, although the United States is talking about banning TikTok. I'm almost positive people would still use a VPN or something to get around it though. The cons do seem to outweigh the pros. I think the only thing people can do is become more educated and aware of the genres you are having an influence on, and if we're being honest, it's a bit much to ask from what is mostly a younger audience. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe. For everyone who likes this video, I will give you 1 TikTok. Consider joining my Patreon or becoming a channel member if you want to support the channel. I'll see you guys next time.
Bang Incorporated.